How frustrating is it when you recommend your favourite book, your favourite artist, your favourite song to a friend because you absolutely love it, and then they don't listen to it, but then somebody else recommends the exact same thing, and a few weeks later they come to you saying, I read this book and it absolutely changed my life. And you say, well, I recommended this to you 6 months ago. What the hell happened? Why didn't you read it then? How do you become one of those people that people actually listen to, that people actually take advice from, that people actually like to spend their time with? That's what we're diving deep into in this video. I absolutely love human psychology and how we work when it comes to relationships, money, finances, career, etc. So discussing a topic like this is one of my favorite things to do. Just last night, I was sitting in a car with my friend who I haven't seen in 3 months, and she said, it's just your energy, Frida. I like being around you. It's your energy. Now, I don't say that much. I'm not inspirational. I don't talk so much about what I do, about how I'm working, about how my life is. And that's what we're going to talk about later on in the video. But how do I become this person that people actually want to spend their time with, that people want to be around? How do you become a positive person? Because being a positive person can be your high leverage skill. Because we all know nowadays there are not an abundance of positive people in the world, but there is an abundance of negative mindset, low vibration people. So how do you stand out and become a positive, high vibration person who attracts good energy and good people into your life? Who is a person that people want to be around? It's probably that person who's always doing cool things, who makes everyone feel good around them, who always lights people up, who lights up a room, for example. That's the first thing that might come to your mind. But it's not necessarily somebody who is loud, who takes up a lot of space. That's not always someone that everyone loves to be around, but it's more about the energy that you convey. Now, this is a disclaimer. No one is always high energy, and it's a myth if you think that you have to be high energy to be fun to be around. I'm gonna bust that myth in the video because you are somebody who might be quite introverted and you don't necessarily want to be bold and make a big, entrance into a room full of people. I know that that makes me feel like, no, thank you. I am chill. Like, I am chill. In my videos, I'm pretty high energy because I love recording these, but in IRL, I'm a chill gal, and I don't talk that much, and I don't say that much, and I don't try to stand out, and I don't wear crazy clothes. I am a chill gal. So if you are also a chill gal, then you can still get people to like you, to want to spend time with you, to absolutely love being around you and cultivate a positive attitude. This video is going to be split into 5 sections, and as always I leave the chapters below so that you can navigate the video. These are 5 things that you need to do to become a person that people want to be around. Become the listener. Right now you think that to become a person that people want to be around, you have to take up space, you have to tell inspiring stories, you have to do cool things and talk about it to make people look up to you. This is not true. People love to be listened to. People love to talk about themselves. When somebody asks you about you, how you're doing, how your day is going, how you're feeling about this, when somebody asks you about your opinion, how good does that make you feel? You want to share your opinion. It's a human thing. Everybody wants to talk about themselves, to talk about what's happening, to share their opinion. And people feel loved when you ask and when you listen. So you are going to become an active listener when you're with a group of friends or when you are one-on-one. This doesn't mean that when somebody asks you a question, you ask one straight back and avoid answering the question, because I know people like this and I have been this person in the past, and that breaks the possibility of having a friendship. You really want to have this good balance of being an active listener, but then when somebody asks a question, you open up and you share your stories and you share your vulnerability, which is step 3 of becoming a person that people like. But the first thing is becoming the listener. Start to talk a little bit less and listen a little bit more, because people are then going to want to know more about you. Building this intrigue is all about becoming a person that somebody likes as well, because they want to be curious about you. They want to know more about you. If you open up and share everything, share your life story and overshare, if you are an oversharer, it's time to unlearn this behavior, because oversharing is a sign of weakness. It's a sign of me. It's a sign of give me attention. I'm oversharing because I want to talk, because I want to take up space, because I don't care about you.
On oversharing has to do with this thing where I just feel like people can't get a grip on their own insecurities. It was just such random information I didn't need to know. Why don't you just let me find out? You won't let people find out things anymore. You feel like you have to get ahead. Let me get them before they get me.
So if you are currently suffering from being an oversharer, and you're not someone who doesn't care about anybody else, like all those things I just said, right? But if you suffer from that, then try to unlearn this behavior and become an active listener. The second thing is becoming the uplifter / the inspirer, not just through your words, but through your actions. Are you somebody who actively takes action in their lives to become better? Are you somebody who works out? Are you somebody who eats well? Are you somebody who sticks to their word? When you say you're going to do something, do you follow through and do you actually do it? It's not just about uplifting people with your words and telling people, giving people belief that they can do something that they're struggling with, but it's about following through with that yourself. When you tell yourself or tell somebody else you're going to do something, do you actually do it? Because this will inspire people and this will make people want to spend more time with you. When I go to my friends and I say, I'm going to start this newsletter on LinkedIn, or I'm going to start an agency, and a few months later, bam, I've done it and I'm making money from agency, my friend is then going to think, oh wow, Frida is a girl who sticks to her word. And that's what I want you to be. I want you to be somebody who sticks to their word, because your actions uplift others. We all know the quote, do as I do, not as I say. Don't do as I say, not as I do, or something silly like that. But the reality is that people do as you do, and people look at the actions of a person, not the words. When you're dating a guy, for example, they're texting you back and forth, oh, I miss you, oh, I want to see you, yet where are they to be seen? They are nowhere to be seen. They can't be trusted because they are not showing up for them. They are not sticking to their word. They said to you that they were going to see you and they don't follow through with that. Red flag energy. No, but seriously. So you want to be liked by other people, and people like people who follow through with their words. Now, when I was just talking about those things, how did you relate them back to yourself? Did you think about times where you didn't follow through with something, where you told someone that you were going to do something but you didn't do it? How did you relate that back to your own life? And if there are certain scenarios that you know that you may have let yourself down or let somebody else down, then that's a good thing. You can actually see where you might have made a mistake and you might have done something, and now you can act on that. Become a person who does what they say. Now, becoming the uplifter / the inspirer is also through words of affirmation and actually telling people that you are proud of them, actually telling people that you miss them, you love them, you value them. Now, this isn't about love bombing or manipulation. You have to mean the words that you say, of course, but a huge part of me and my friendships is actually keeping in touch with my words. When they do something, when they launch something, I'm saying, wow, congratulations, this is amazing, I'm so proud of you. Because your words mean so much to people, and if you want to be liked by more people, remember things that they say and also give them words of affirmation. Uplift others through your words and through your actions. Show vulnerability and open up. With my friendships, I can still struggle with this a lot, with meeting new people as well, because I, for some reason, want to be seen as a person who is inspiring and uplifting to my friends, right? And I want to be seen as this person who has it all together, when in reality, who has it all together all the time? Absolutely no one. But this has made it very hard for me to be vulnerable in my friendships, and this doesn't mean I'm crying in front of my friends. You might have this image of being vulnerable in your head as crying on camera, as like opening up, as you know, those reels that you see where in 2020 I was like this, and it's someone bawling their eyes out and you're like cringing inside. Not that level of vulnerability, but I mean saying that, you know what, I actually am struggling with this right now and I'd love to hear your advice on it. Or I just want to talk to someone about it, I just want to get it out, I just want to vocalize what I'm struggling with right now because it might help me. Showing this level of vulnerability in a friendship opens it up for them to share their vulnerability as well. My friend was recently out for lunch with a friend of hers, and she opened up about how she was feeling anxious about something, and that opened up a whole level of conversation between these two friends who never get that deep. And I said to her, is it because you opened up about yourself first? And if you didn't do that, he would have never opened up about what was going on in his life, right? And she agreed. She was like, yes, that is exactly what happened. Because I opened up and shared what was happening in my life, it made space for him to open up and share what is happening in his life. So open up this space for somebody to get vulnerable with you and be vulnerable with somebody else too. Now, I'm giving all of these tips to build genuine connection and genuine relationships with people. We're not manipulating anybody here by like making them be vulnerable, by getting vulnerable with them, but this is how we build a genuine, deep connection with people. If you open up with a close friend about something that's happening with you, it gives them space themselves to open up as well. Interested versus interesting. You have 2 ears and 1 mouth. I recently heard this in a podcast and it really stuck with me because so many of us are using our mouths as if we have 2 mouths, 5 mouths, when no, we have 2 ears and 1 mouth, which means be interested in people. This again goes back to being the listener, but I just want to emphasize to be interested in somebody else and their story. You don't have to be interesting to be liked, but you do have to be interested. Of course, being interesting is a bonus, and I'm sure you already are interesting, but being interested allows people to feel the love from you, to feel like they are interesting, to feel like they are worthy of talking and sharing, and you are interested in them. And also, being interested is how you become interesting, because you learn from other people. When you are interested in somebody else and their story, their journey, and you're really listening, then you're taking in that information and becoming a more interesting person. Then you can go and talk about that experience, and bam, you have another story to tell. You're an interesting person. So interested versus interesting. Caring about yourself and having big dreams for yourself. If you have a think about who you are most attracted to and whose journey, whether it's someone you know, whether it's someone online, you are most attracted to. Is it somebody who's not very ambitious, who doesn't really care about much, who doesn't really care about doing anything big and extravagant, and they're just like taking it day by day and yeah, whatever? Or is it somebody who has a mission, who has a dream for themselves, who's very ambitious? It's probably the latter, right? It's probably somebody who has big dreams and big ambition for themselves, because we love spending time with people who are ambitious. And if you are anything like me and you're watching these videos, you are an ambitious person and you want to do something with your life, which means you want to spend time with people who also want to do something with their life. And in order to do that, you have to want to do something with your life. You have to be an ambitious person to spend time with ambitious people. Start caring more about yourself. Start caring more about your health, your habits, your dreams, your goals, your career, your finances. Care more about yourself and your life, and you will attract those people too. And have big dreams, because people love people who are dreaming big. I love spending time with my friends who have big dreams and big goals. Even if they're not necessarily close to those goals, or if those goals don't even seem realistic, I love spending time with people who are ambitious and dreaming big, because it creates that space for you to also be ambitious and dream big. And I've noticed this in a lot of my friendships. I tell my friends, you can do it, you are already there, you are already on the path. Why the hell are you doubting yourself? Why the hell are you thinking that it's not going to happen when it's already happening? And when I'm talking like this with my friends, they feel a level of, wow, I love spending time with this person because they make me feel like I am invincible. They make me feel like I can do anything. So make your friends feel like that. Open up that space to make your friends feel like they can do anything, because they can. You can do anything. Care about yourself as if you are your closest friend, as if you are your partner, as if you are your pet, whatever you love the most in your life. Care about yourself like that and create big dreams for yourself. And don't hold back on this now. If you haven't yet created your vision for the year, if you haven't yet created your morning visualization, which I'm going to talk about in my morning routine video, if you haven't done that yet, then do that and create a big vision for yourself. Not only so that you can get liked by other people, but so that you can actually start to like yourself and create the future, become that future version of you. On this channel, we're all about becoming the future version of ourselves, and creating a dream and creating a vision and caring more about yourself is going to take you so much closer to the future you. As I mentioned in becoming your own project, you want to become your own project. Make a worksheet of future Becky, future Katie, and think, what am I going to do to become this person? Who is this person? Who is future Becky? Like, what does she do? How does she spend her days? What's her job? How much money does she make? And who does she spend her time with? How does she spend her time? Does she work out? Is she healthy? What food does she eat? Who is future Becky? And how can you outline who she is and then make a plan to become her? Thank you so much for watching this video. If you made it to the end, then you are the listener, and I applaud you, and I'm very, very grateful. If you haven't already seen my video on becoming your own project, then definitely check that one out. And my morning routine video will be out very soon, and in that one I will expand on visualization, as that is a huge part of my morning routine and truly changed my life. Thank you so much. Have a beautiful day, week, month, life, and don't forget to subscribe. Bye.